Hello, and welcome to Totally Schway.
This isn't Totally Schway. This is our little cozy movie room. Used to be my office, but now it's...
Wow. Can we just say something about this room before we even get started with the pod?
Yeah.
How many times have I redecorated this room?
5 times at least.
Yeah, so when we first moved in, it was just...
Here we go.
It was a storage room. And then I made it into a little office. This was pre-COVID. And then 2018 happens. And then it becomes a different type of office that had a bed in it. So that's 3. And then COVID happened and I made it into my little workout room, which I know you could definitely see I haven't been working out, but I will be. And then it became the first iteration of your office because, work from home became a huge thing. And then I think 2 times after that, we've changed it.
So
this is the 6th time.
So you've only said hello, and this is supposed to be the new dawn for the podcast. Welcoming lots of new people.
Hey.
And you spent the first minute just talking about what the room used to look like. Then they'll never know.
Hi, my name's Mary. I have ADHD. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, hello, and my name's Luke. You guys probably all know me, though, hopefully. Or you just know my voice.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, what about you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a year older than I was the last time we recorded, which means I am... And I didn't even do a sound that time. And we did quite, I guess, a fun thing. Yeah, I don't want to say it was fun because it was fun. We went over to Paris for the day to see something I'd not seen before, and that's the Louvre. Surprisingly, I've lived in England for 16 years. And I've been to Paris a few times because it's literally like a hop, skip, and a jump away. But I've never been to the Louvre, so I went to the Louvre, and it was nice. But people that go see the Mona Lisa are like feral cats.
Oh, they're worse. They're worse than feral cats.
And it was an experience. It wasn't the most awful thing I've ever done in my life. But it was not... That part was not fun.
No.
But the other stuff in there, like I got to see the Greek part of it and the Roman part of it. And I went for 3 specific things. The Mona Lisa, the main thing was Venus de Milo. And then the 3rd thing was to pick up some charms for my charm bracelet.
Yeah. And despite what people say, the people of Paris are very nice, very friendly.
Oh, yeah.
So many of them just spoke English without even asking us to try French. I would say something to them in French and they would say, yes, of course, monsieur, what would you like? And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I have never in my life had issues with people going over, like, bending over backwards to speak to me in not just Paris, but just in Europe in general. I really like Europe. And yeah, that's about it.
So now that we're nearly 5 minutes in, do you want to tell people what this podcast is?
Oh, yeah. Hi. My name's Mary, and this is Luke.
Yeah, they know.
This is a podcast about the DCAU and whatever the hell else I want it to be about.
And that's been your whatever the hell else I want it to be about segment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other things in there. So you might notice something a little different. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell at all. We've changed a little bit about the podcast this week. The color of the wall used to be white, and now because of the change of lights and everything, it's like a lightish purpley white. Yeah.
That's all you wanted to say to them?
Yeah. That's the only thing that's different.
Okay.
What else?
Well, actually, can I actually say what we're doing slightly differently?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we're on camera. We're trying to make this a bit more engaging, a bit more fun. This is still obviously very early days. I've kind of just cobbled this setup together with like some hue lights, and you can see the clip-on microphones. I'm not even convinced that the audio quality is going to be that great, to be honest, but I've got some other mics we could try if this doesn't work out all that well. But we're just constantly trying to improve the podcast.
Please be kind.
Well, you don't have to be kind, but just know if you're unkind, mercilessly unkind, then I will respond twice as much. What is it Sean Connery says in The Untouchables? You know, if they stab one of your men, come and go after them with a gun, something like that. That's my philosophy.
I haven't been on camera in quite a long time. I've tried to do YouTube before, just have my nieces and nephew have a little bit of my life, but that was quite a long time ago, and I've been a little bit anxious about it. But if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So here I am. You've seen Luke's face before, and now everybody can know that it's just not some shitty AI.
I'd like to think that they already knew that, but then again, no, I've been, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I've been dabbling with short form content on places like Instagram and TikTok. And periodically someone will go, "This is AI." And I was like, oh, I can tell you don't listen to Totally Schway.
Rare photos that'll blow your mind.
Yes, yeah. And another thing is you probably will see Gilgamesh at one point being quality control officer. He's actually behind the camera at the moment, making sure everything's going properly. And I'm not joking. He is behind the camera investigating everything. I'm fully expecting him to knock one of the lights over in a minute, and I'll be very cross with him. Yeah. I'm talking about you.
But the Supergirl, Lobo, and Crypto movie merch has started to trickle in, and lo and behold, they are doing a cool Lobo, obviously it's Jason Momoa, but with the bike. And I think
popcorn bucket.
Popcorn bucket. And I think that is such a crucial Lobo thing. Is just having that massive over the top bike. Because the bike itself is a character. So I'm quite excited about that. A lot of, if not all of the information I've read about it has been US based stuff, which I'm not in the US, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I am really excited about that.
Yeah, can you tell that this household is excited about the Supergirl movie?
I know. Should we just get straight into it then?
Okay.
After 10 minutes? Yeah?
Yes, let us get straight to the topic of the podcast.
Thanks. I needed to get a drink. Sorry that took so long.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So let's start this discussion about Lobo.
Oh, is that what we're talking about today?
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to Lobo? Because it's a little different for you than it is for me.
Yes, so I read all the comics when I was a kid. Let's see, how old would I have been? Probably about 10. So the perfect age to be reading things like Lobo's Back. Or the Paramilitary Christmas Special. That was the one I saw. My brother, my slightly older brother, is like 2 years older. Or is he 3 years?
3 years older.
No, 2 years. 2 years older. Yeah, 2 years older. He was buying the Lobo ongoing series. And I didn't get a lot of the jokes because I didn't get references to stuff like Sin City or RoboCop.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. I mean, I knew what Vegas was.
Yeah. Oh, Sin City, the comic.
Yeah. With by Frank Miller.
Yeah. We love Frank Miller.
But I thought it was funny. It was very violent, very over the top. And I can remember when Superman the Animated Series came out over here, and Lobo was in the title sequence. My little brain went.
So that's how I was introduced to Lobo, because it was Superman the Animated Series, definitely. And that's the Lobo, like the Brad Garrett Lobo is the one that I am very, very familiar with. And obviously Lego Lobo.
Oh, yeah, because he was quite big in, was it Lego DC Supervillains? He was the narrator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the STAS Lobo is definitely my favorite. We'll see how the Jason Momoa one will do. I have high hopes for that.
My only concern about it is Jason Momoa has like a likable warmth to him that Lobo doesn't necessarily need, or maybe shouldn't have.
But here's the thing. I have full confidence in Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, have you seen like this funny guy Jason Momoa or whatever? He was Aquaman." That is like a small little picture of the range that he can actually do.
Yeah.
And I think, and I hope that he will, because he's a fan.
Yes,
and he's not just a fan of like the S-TAS. He's literally a fan of Lobo, from the comics, from, I'm assuming, from the cartoon as well.
Oh, probably.
He really is. And I think he is going to give us a little bit of all of that, like all of the iterations of Lobo. But on top of that, he's going to put the Jason Momoa cocktail in there, you know, and that is, there's a reason why he is such a likable actor. It's not just because of his, actually don't know much about his personal life, but he's charismatic, and it shows in his acting as well, not just like when he's like playing with puppies online. I think he's done the, you know, the video of people playing with puppies online. I want to do that
get interviewed while they're handling
I'm not a celebrity, but I want to do that one day.
Well, we've got Gilgamesh over there, so yeah, close enough.
But yeah, I think he's going to do a great job. But let's talk about Brad Garrett.
Yes.
So I didn't watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
Neither did I.
It wasn't something that I think around the time that it came out and when it was like super popular, that was the time when I was like in middle school and high school doing my own damn thing, you know, literally my own damn thing. Probably reading something or watching a classic movie. So I had no interest in that. I did occasionally see it like playing on the television. He was on CBS. But that was it. When I did kind of like walk through the room when it was on playing in the living room, the laughs that I would get would be from the Brad Garrett character. Isn't he like the brother or
I don't know, I never watched
the friend or something? But yeah. But Brad Garrett in the DCAU, you cannot say that man is just a comedian just because of Everybody Loves Raymond. He plays multiple characters in the DCAU, and I bet you, some of you, that maybe if you've just got into the DCAU, don't know how many characters he's actually played.
It's at least 2.
Yeah. Like
at least 2.
Was it his name Bibbo?
Yeah, Bibbo Babowski.
Bibbo Babowski.
The reason why that's very funny, and why it amused me, is Lobo, right, is traditionally not a Superman villain, right? He was in a series called the Omega Men initially. And
for Americans, Omega Man.
Yeah. Greek viewers will tell us how to correctly say Omega.
And I'll listen.
And then he was featured very prominently in a series called Legion, which was about like space fascist police, basically, and Lobo was like drafted to their number. But eventually he appeared in Superman comics as a Superman villain, or someone for Superman to fight. And in his first appearance, when he comes to Earth, one of the people he gets into a fight with almost straight away is Bibbo Babowski. So if you've got Brad Garrett playing Lobo and Bibbo, it's like he's fighting with himself. And the funny thing about their story was, you know, they started off like having a bar fight, and by the end of it, they're getting drunk together, and they go on a drunken joyride to the Fortress of Solitude and break in. I would have liked to have seen that in Superman the Animated Series, but, you know, I get that they probably wouldn't have encouraged binge drinking or drinking alcohol at all.
Yeah.
But, you know, Lobo going on a joyride to the Fortress of Solitude might have been fun.
Yeah. I can see that getting a hoot and a holler, and the good and the bad ways.
Yes.
But I would have liked to have seen that. It would have been a fun like homage to the comics.
Yeah. So
how many episodes is Lobo actually featured in the DCAU? Is it 4?
5.
5.
5, yeah.
Because my favorite is probably Hereafter.
Yes.
But let's go back a little bit to the main man. So in this one, this is when we find out who Lobo is and kind of like what his main thing is he's a bounty hunter. He is kind of like a rough and tough and biker dude. And he is not as ferocious as you might think, because he does not, I can't remember the little fella's name that he was originally going after. But yeah, he doesn't actually hurt him in a super like he can't heal from this type of way.
Yeah, I mean, he stuffs him in a spit pot, doesn't he, and carries him around in that.
He doesn't like, you would have automatically think he would like step on him as soon as he figured out that this place wasn't as it seemed. But he didn't do that. He took him to where he needed to be in the end.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, in the end.
Lobo picked up a second job from the Preserver to capture Superman and was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that now, and I'll bring the little guy with me. I want to call his name, he's not Squeege, is he? That's
it might be.
Name. But, yeah, and then Lobo got captured by the Preserver because he himself was also the last of his kind. And I really like that scene where, the Preserver says to him, there's one last mission for you. I want you to capture the last Zarnian. And he goes, that's a joke. I'm the last Zarnian. Doesn't even twig that he might be in danger. He's like, hey, that's me. It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I know that guy. It's me. And then he gets gassed and kept in what seems like a teenage boy's bedroom.
I mean, it kind of seems like it would be Lobo's bedroom, bar a lot of beer not being on the ground or whatever he drinks.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like his natural habitat.
What's your favorite episode that Lobo's in?
Oh, it's the Main Man Part 1. Yeah. I do like Hereafter, but Lobo's such a minor part of why I like Hereafter. Whereas the Main Man is entirely about him. And I think what's most impressive about it is that despite all of the rules they had in place around the type of content they could have in these shows, they still had a very faithful adaptation. Okay, he didn't swear, he didn't smoke, he didn't fornicate, but they made references to it.
Fragging.
Yeah, he would say, main frag destroy, when he gets punched through Lex Luthor's office. There's as he called them, the robo-bims in his enclosure. There's a very funny shot where, I mean, it's all like very sexually suggestive, where they like open their mouths wide and the tube comes out and they start gassing him, and then he ties the tubes together and they inflate and he goes, oh, 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 pointing at them, almost like from one of those like MTV music videos where there are ladies in skimpy shorts twerking. There's always some guy in the middle pointing at their buttocks going, whoa!
And another one.
Yeah. You know better than I do.
I probably do, considering the time in the States that I grew up in.
But it's little things like that I think worked really nicely in this show. How they skirted the rules, didn't break them, but managed to faithfully adapt him. Now, if you read any of Lobo's comics, they're all like very juvenile. They're often labeled for mature readers, but what they really mean is immature readers.
Yeah.
But I enjoy them.
So do you think that they should have done a little homage to Glam Lobo? No. So for anyone that doesn't... they do a little tiny one, like a little tiny bit of Glam Lobo in Women of Tomorrow.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Lobo's original costume was like an orange and purple jumpsuit, or leotard, actually,
like
not a
glam
jumpsuit.
rock.
Yeah, it's more like Ziggy Stardust than Lemmy from Motorhead. And if you read the current Lobo comics, it's on its third issue. In the third issue, Lobo's had to stop being a bounty hunter and he's depressed at home. And he's wearing his old glam outfit with like this type of Lobo look where he's a bit more aggressive.
What are you talking about?
Well, the original Lobo had like purple hair that was like up in a quiff.
Luke, you don't have any hair.
No, this is a wig. Sorry, everyone. I've just ruined the illusion for you. This is not real. But the joke is he's wearing it as almost like his pajamas, and he's got like a patch cut out of the back so that he can take a crap while he's still wearing it.
Oh no!
And he's just like walking around in despair, like, ugh.
Oh no!
I really like that reference.
I'm not really that big on that sort of humor, am I?
No.
For the most part, I'm more of a like a dark humor type of person, and I'm not like the biggest bathroom humor, but I'm sure I would have laughed.
Yeah, I suppose the only thing that was missing from the Superman the Animated Series version was his dog.
He had a dog?
He has a bulldog called Dog who is just like perpetually horny and indifferent.
I can see why they don't have him in there.
And also can be aggressive. And Lobo doesn't actually like him very much.
Aww.
It's just like, I don't know why this dog keeps following me everywhere.
Poor dog.
But then Dog goes with him and, he watches out for Dog and Dog watches out for him.
That's nice.
Lobo loves space dolphins because he thinks they're neat.
Yeah. We used to have crystal dolphins at my house.
Not space dolphins. Crystal space
That's
dolphins?
debatable on who you were asking and what time of day it was. So what else can we say about Lobo?
So I really liked... So the problem is, right, and it was one of our commenters, Phantasm, he said this in the last episode of Totally Schway in the comments. He said that he likes Lobo in small doses. Too much Lobo is too much. I can see why people say that, and I think the DCAU creative team kind of probably felt similarly in that they didn't use him very much. Then he used him in 5 episodes across Superman and Justice League. I think it was only 5. But his cameo at the end of Warrior Queen, which is the Maxima episode, where Maxima is trying to find like a suitable husband to procreate with, and she decides it's going to be Superman whether he likes it or not. And by the end of it, Superman's persuaded her, you can't force people into that kind of thing. That's not cool. But there is someone out there for you. He's certain of it. It's just not him. And then Lobo turns up to claim a bounty on one of the villains of the episode. And when she sees him, she's just like, like that. Absolutely ecstatic. It's implied that he is the man for her. They never go anywhere with it, which was a shame. I would have quite liked to have seen that pairing a bit more. But yeah, Lobo works in... Yeah, I basically concede that, yes, too much Lobo is too much. He works well when he's used sparingly. I thought, we've talked about this before when talking about Hereafter. The fact that Lobo turns up back on Earth after Superman is presumed dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, there's only one other person that could take his place. It's me.
I find that... Well, I love Hereafter. I've done a video about it.
Linked up there.
Yeah, and I've mentioned it many times, but the reason why I like that so much is because there is humanity in 2 aliens. 2 aliens there. Superman and Lobo that you would not find in anyone else. And it's lovely that these 2 aliens want to look after Earth. I mean, Lobo wants to, he's doing it for different reasons, but at the end of the day, it's looking after Earth, a place that neither of them are from, a place that, let's be honest, if they knew who these people really were, would probably push them away. And again, the humanity in that is just, they didn't care. They were just going to do it. And I find that when you hear that phrase, not every hero wears a cape.
One of them wears a leather jacket.
Exactly. There's a biker cut.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what that's called.
I think that's one of the things I particularly like about the DC Animated Universe version is that Lobo does respect Superman. He thinks he's a dork and a Boy Scout, but he does respect him. I'm reminded of the Main Man Part 2, where they fall into a pit that's got this massive sand snake in it, and it's trying to eat Superman. And Lobo's just watching, like going, wow, how is he going to get out of this? And Superman's like, Lobo, you owe me. Like, what, now? You want me to get up and help you now? Oh, all right, fine. And he goes over to this massive snake, this 200-foot tall snake with a jaw that's bigger than Superman and Lobo combined. And he grabs it by the tail and he just rips its skin off, completely showing its fragile, pink, veiny underside, and it runs away and hides in the sand. And I bet, do you know what? If you've ever got a cut and had sand get in it, I bet that really stings. I know it stings from experience. I used to live on the seaside. You ever had a cut and you get like gritty sand in there? Oh, horrible. Absolutely horrible. So that poor snake suffered in more ways than one.
I'm not really a beach person. I don't. Well, I like the beach, but I'm not the type of person that like. There needs to be like a couple blankets down and a mat and shoes and gloves. I don't want sand anywhere near
you
me.
want glamorous beach visit.
Oh no, just not a dirty beach. Luckily, he grew up near quite a nice beach with lots of pebbles.
Yes,
pebbly beach.
So anyway, I was just talking about what I liked about Lobo. So you said you liked his humanity, didn't you?
And also just the fact that life is a joke. And that's nothing new. And even when you are a kid, you kind of need a little bit of that reality. And I think for a character like Lobo to kind of like joke around, but kind of not joke around about it, was a good way to kind of like give you a dose of reality without it being too in your face, that life is an absolute piss take sometimes. And the only way to get past it or to just get through it is with humor, or just to know the reality of the situation, that this is not, you are not the only thing in the universe. And unfortunately, sometimes that's the saddest part of it all. But yeah, it's nice to have that, and it's also nice to have just something different. I love the DCAU because each character is so different than the other one. But sometimes you just want an anti-hero. And sometimes you want a hero. And sometimes you want somebody that can just come in on a bike, get pissed, and just take care of business.
In more ways than one of getting pissed.
Yeah.
For the British listeners.
But yeah, it's like that. And the good thing about the character of Lobo in every iteration that I've seen and that I've read about is pretty much the same, but different. And different in such a way that you really can't say that they're all molded from the same character, but different personality parts come out in different iterations. And I find that fascinating, and I find it refreshing, and it's something you don't see as often as we should in comics and TV and stuff like that. Because what is the point of having 10 Batman shows, okay, and the Batman character be exactly the same in every single Batman show or Superman show or whatever? You want it to be slightly different. And I think a lot of people that don't like the fact that there are like different like canons or different universes or multiverses or whatever in comics and TV shows and movies and stuff that deal with comic book characters, I think that they just want a carbon copy of the same thing. And unfortunately, different people write these things, different people draw these things, and they're most of the time they're at different times, sometimes they're at the same time. But the whole point is there's always something for someone in the puddle of comics. And I say puddle not in a bad way, but that's just how I see it. We can each take a cup of water from it and enjoy it in a different way. And if they were exactly the same every time, it would get so boring.
Do you hear that, Cape Crusader haters?
Oh, I'm very excited about
I know. That was a bit of news. That was a bit of news we forgot to mention. Yeah. Cape Crusader Season 2 is coming out at the end of July.
Yeah. The cool thing about Cape Crusader is, with Lady Penguin especially, is the fact that they took a character, they took a lot of the personality of that character, but put it into a different body. It's still the Penguin. It is still the penguin. It still has the essence of the penguin, but it just happens to be a lady penguin.
You just reminded me, sorry. I did a very brief video, cheap plug, about the details about Cape Crusader Season 2 that have been released so far.
You have a YouTube channel?
I know, apparently I do. 99.9% of the comments are like overwhelmingly positive. People like saying, yes, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, I want to see what they're doing with that. Not 100% certain about this, but I'm willing to give it a chance. There's a very small minority coming in going, I can't believe they would dare to make the Mad Hatter a woman. Why would they do this? How dare you, Bruce Timm? And I
am so over this whole, like, for the past couple of years, this manosphere thing that's been going on, where men and women that follow these men around like sick puppies. And this is a bit, it might be a shitty take, but it's my take. Get over it. Like, honestly, like, I don't care that you are so hung up on the Mad Hatter as a lady, or the Penguin as a lady, or a different character having a character that's predominantly white in the comics be a different race. Get over it. Have you walked outside? We live in such a beautiful, eclectic world filled with amazing people of different backgrounds, cultures, races, religions, and it's so beautiful. But what you're trying to cling on to is stupid and vile, and honestly, it makes you look like you have a very low IQ because you can't get on with it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like the idea of it, don't watch it. All of us will enjoy it. But just try not to use your keyboard as a weapon.
And to loop this back into Lobo, the most like
Lobo would hate that.
Overly masculine.
Yeah, he would be
character.
Like, yeah, of course the penguin's a lady. Why not?
Yeah, well, Lobo has been a woman before as well. In Lobo's back, Lobo was reincarnated as a lady Lobo. Didn't she? I mean, she got killed, and he was then reincarnated as a squirrel Lobo. But the point still stands. Lobo has been a woman, and admittedly, he was shocked by it, but it wasn't a big problem for him.
Here's the thing about everything. You don't get to choose. Unless you are the writers or the creators of these shows, you don't get to choose what's in it. And that's probably for the best. Because if I had Gordon as just a white man with gray hair and like a poofy mustache every single time, I mean, come on, yawn. As much as I love the character of Gordon, yawn. Like, I am very excited to see what Cape Crusader does in this season, because the first season, I was blown away by the creativity and the passion, the compassion, and just the beautiful art that they made. It's a masterpiece. Even though I knew exactly what was going to happen at the end, even though I didn't know, but I guessed
what the teaser would be at the end.
But I'm glad that they did it the way that they did.
Sorry, just swishing my hair back now.
But if you want to create these things, how about this? Instead of using your keyboard to down women or queer people or people of different races, how about you start writing something? Oh wait, you probably have, and it just didn't get anywhere. It's because it's not good. Leave it to the people that can actually create great material while you sit at home on your keyboard or on your phone bitching about characters being different genders.
Well, that seems like a good point to start wrapping up, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so the point that I think we're both trying to make is the fact that this attitude that we have here, which is like our realness here, is very Lobo, because Lobo takes no shit.
Oh, Lobo wouldn't even bother explaining it to them. I try to take people on like face value and think, okay, maybe they're just misinformed. Here is the information that shows why your opinion on this is incorrect, or the outrage you're expressing about this is unnecessary. And then if they still double down on when they're presented with facts, then they can get in the bin.
Yeah.
But, try and give people the benefit of the doubt because they may just not know. I
am so looking forward to Jason Momoa doing this.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody this. But he's been in the DC universe before.
He has.
I'm just saying.
I wonder if anyone will show up at Supergirl and go, what's happened to Aquaman?
It's only me. I'll be like, hey, what's going on, guys? I thought he was with his bud. Oh, I guess that didn't work out.
No, it did not.
That's okay. I'm really looking forward to this, as if I haven't said that already. I am so incredibly excited to see what James Gunn is doing, because I've already seen, Superman, and I am so happy that it is so our time to shine. Like comic book lovers, animation lovers, superhero lovers. We've had the Marvel kind of renaissance, which was cool. But now DC is, I believe, in the beginning of their new renaissance.
I actually think, the DC's renaissance probably began definitely with Superman. Well, definitely around the time of Superman. Maybe, would you include Cape Crusader?
I think so.
Season 1 around there? Yeah. Maybe. But it's definitely been taken up a gear with Superman coming out last year. Supergirl's coming out this year. Then we've got Cape Crusader. There's My Adventures with Superman. Then there's Lanterns. And then, in October, we've got Clayface. Yeah. Which I think is going to be a sleeper hit.
The great thing about opening the door for a character like Lobo is opening the door for other characters to have doors they've never walked through.
Yeah, so
on their own as well.
Yeah, so DC are allegedly filming a villain show, a live action villain show that's presented by Jimmy Olsen, and apparently Gorilla Grodd is the main character in it. So hey, great. There are all these wonderful concepts in these comics. I know I'm preaching to the converted here, but there are all these wonderful concepts in these comics that mainstream audiences have got no idea about. So we've got like one up on them.
The lady that plays Kara is amazing, by the way. I cannot even explain. When I saw that she was going to be doing this, I was so happy, because first off, it's somebody who is very talented in her own regard. But now that she's, popped into Superman and she's going it on her own, I think this is going to be a total home run for them.
Yeah, I think so.
She is the star of the show, other than Crypto, obviously. And she is going to rock everyone's socks. And I think this is probably, obviously it's not the beginning for her. She's been in other things, but this is going to catapult her into stardom. And I am over the top excited about that, because we need more people like that in this world, and we need to see more people that are willing to do something different, like being in a superhero movie, and just dealing with superhero fans and that's a whole nother topic. But you can tell I'm really excited, and I'm so happy to be able to say that I, as a 30-something-year-old, I am excited to see what she does in her life. As I think she's like 20-something, but I'm stoked, because to see women just being superstars. And she wasn't even in Superman very, very, very long. And I got the whole show, I got the whole shebang. And I was like, yes, queen, you're doing this. And we are going to watch everything.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. All right. So all that's left to do now is wrap up and invite you to share your comments. Tell us your Lobo hot takes. Are you excited for the Supergirl movie? You going to go see Clayface? You'd better. If you don't, I'll be very upset.
We do have a little bit of news if you stayed this far.
Yeah.
So I have a few things to say about Flipside. So I love Flipside, and Flipside will always have a huge space in my heart because I've made so many friends and lifelong friends, I think, because of Flipside. I think because we want to, move up the production of Totally Schway a little bit and put more into it and just help me fulfill something in me that I have been thinking about for a long time. And I want to be able to have time to work on my health and fitness journey, but also I want to be able to be creative, and I want to use Totally Schway as an outlet for that. So it is still a podcast. It is still the essence of Totally Schway is the same. It's just, I think I want to just do the production, like the upping of the production a little bit more. So with that being said, Flipside is going on an indefinite hiatus for now.
Yes. I will say as well that I'm happy to do a segment in each Totally Schway where we will read the comment of the week. So that'll be one comment we pick. It will never be the same person like in a row, unless only one person leaves a comment, in which case I won't be very happy at all. But we'll pick out a highlighted comment to read. And I think you guys can help choose the highlighted comment by clicking the like button on the comment you want us to read. The one with the most likes, we'll give it a go. If it ends up being a massive Big Mikey P novel, then I might just go for the next most liked one, or perhaps something short, like David Carney's comment. I always like reading David Carney's comments because it's only a few sentences. Hope you're having a great day, David.
And I want you guys to know that I'm not doing this for any other reason other than my own things right now. I am trying to better myself in a lot of different ways, and I think this is going to help because I'll be able to put more creativity in the podcast. And
case in point, look at this face.
Well, he did that.
You did a big chunk of it.
But it's more of the production value, and then maybe we'll be able to do more with it.
Better.
Yeah.
I will say as well that if we get early access to Cape Crusader Season 2, we will do individual episodes for Season 2 of Cape Crusader again.
Won't be recorded like this. It'll just be in normal podcast form. But we don't know if we're going to be able to do that anyway.
I mean, we could try doing it like this. I don't know, see how it works out. But yeah. Anyway.
But just remember, this is a podcast about whatever the hell I want it to be about, but mainly the DCAU. Thanks so much if you actually watched the whole thing. And welcome to a new journey in my life. And I hope to take you guys with me. Bye.
Bye.